Good morning
Okay.
from under
So
the W. Go ahead. Right in. Let's get into it.
okay.
This is
Uh,
under the W, but get into it. Let's do it.
I woke up to Ravi throwing up this morning.
In bed,
No, he gets out of the bed. He knows.
this dog pukes so much. I feel like there is a story every 2 weeks where you're like, Rabby was puking. Rabby woke me up to puke.
He
Why does he
just
puke
has a
so much?
sensitive tummy. His breakfast was a little late today. We slept in.
Is he okay now?
He's good. Yeah, he's happy.
I'm
I
tired. We're up early.
Yeah, I got up, took Rav out, fed him, and ate a few bites of Dubai brownie that you left us from last
It was
night.
delicious. It was so good. It's definitely worth a breakfast treat.
Yeah. And that's where I'm at. But worth it for the tired
Worth
morning.
it. We went to Brandi Carlile last night at Madison Square Garden, and always awesome. I've seen her multiple
Spectacular.
times. You've seen her a few times. I will always go back.
She's so
Always.
good live.
And she talked a lot this time, which I
She
feel like
did.
we need it. I think, like, you know, the
Yeah,
world
I
is
wanted
tough right now, and we need it just a little soul reset. And if there's anybody who can do it, it's her. I'm so glad we are alive at the same time she is.
I know. I was thinking that because she talked about like how she's getting older last night,
Mhm.
and I don't see her stopping anytime soon.
No, I think some people were just born to do what they do. And
Uh-huh.
her saying that she wrote a song at 16 that is probably one of her best songs of all time is like, you were meant to do this. This is you for life. I don't think she'll ever stop being in music, but I'm just, you know how our parents used to talk about having an artist that was like their favorite, and it was she
Right,
has
like if
been
you
throughout
were
my
alive,
entire adulthood.
yeah. I
But what I'm saying is I feel very lucky that in my 20s, my early 20s, I was able to see Brandi Carlile in settings that were as big as my living room.
Yeah.
So it's like watching the Cubs win the World Series for the first time. Seeing her sell out Madison Square Garden is you watched this. She tells
Yeah.
the story how their first gig was them opening for Hanson,
Oh my God.
which is so cool and so fun. But
Yeah.
I don't think that I can't think of a band that has worked harder or as hard as her and those twins throughout their entire career to get to where they are.
And they do it with grace. They're
They're
not
happy
looking
to
for
do it.
fame. Yeah, like playing at Madison Square Garden, I feel like for her is not about getting more famous. It's about getting to play for more fans who truly
Yeah, who
enjoy the
takes
music.
live requests in an arena? Brandi Carlile does.
Yep. And we
It
got
was so good.
Turpentine.
And we got Turpentine. We were so happy. I was
So
so
good.
happy with that choice. I'm so happy with every time I hear that song. It's such a beautiful song. The only other song I wish somebody would have yelled out, but maybe they did, and she said we did that last night, is Pride and Joy. There is
Yeah.
no song I've seen light up a stage like that. But overall, that concert was perfect. It was so good.
It was so good. And I've said this to you before. The first time listening to her new album, I wasn't overly sold on it because I love her
You like
really
rock and roll side.
I like
Yeah.
her angsty quick paced
Hmm.
music, and that this album is not that, but it grew on
Oh,
me so much.
drop it. Drop it.
Edgy.
Addie and Landon are coming over today, and I got these for Addie, and she just jumped off the counter and took it. I saw her. So
Bad. Bad.
anyway,
They're bad.
yes, I know you like her rock and roll. I do too. I'm so happy that you got Hold Out Your Hand, which is
That's
it
my
lights
favorite song to
everything
see
up.
live. It's so
Yeah,
fun. And they just have so
I
much fun singing it.
they have so much fun doing everything.
I know.
They're just the best. They love doing it. They're just so happy to be there,
I
and it
know.
makes everybody else in the room happy. It's so fun.
What did she say
Um,
to the twins when They were like trying to figure out how to play.
If you don't know it, just say it.
Yeah, if you don't know it, just sing it, she said. Like,
Oh,
because
sing
he
it,
couldn't
right? Yeah,
remember the guitar part. And she was like,
yeah,
as long as we're harmonizing, they'll love it.
yeah. They don't care. But that's this like beauty of them being together since they were teenagers, and the photos that came up. What a
Oh my gosh,
life!
I know. I loved that. All of their like early tours and stuff.
Yeah, how cool! I loved it.
The best. You know what? Your house is a circus, and this is rude. This is my time.
Hold.
Itchy! Oh
Get down.
my god, she's trying to eat a coaster. Come here, Rab.
Okay, this was a really good idea to do this this morning.
It's fine. I've
Um,
got my
okay.
coffee, although I've already spilled it on myself twice.
So that is definitely a highlight of my week, and I feel like I needed a week of. I took a day off this week, so that feels restful. Going to
Yeah.
Brandi Carlile always gives me like just a surge of feeling good about life and humans,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Yeah, we're
hasn't.
only human.
Yeah,
Only human.
yeah,
I
I
didn't
love it.
realize we got the same shirt until this morning.
And I'm so glad it says her name on the back because.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then I also yesterday Megan and I went to the float spa
Yeah.
for a date.
So tell me about this.
So Megan has back pain on the regular,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't rest that much. I work a stressful job. I've worked a stressful job for. There he is.
He's stressed. Rab, come here.
He agrees. So the float spa, we've both wanted to try it, and there's one right in town. It's very cool. I recommend it. I don't know if Megan is totally sold on it yet, but I think last night she said that her back does not feel as bad, so maybe it helped a little.
Ooh.
But there are these pods. They look
Mhm.
like big eggs, almost like huge. And the
Okay.
lid opens up, and you get in, and there's 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt in the water, in 10 inches of water. So when you get in, your body floats to the top because there's less salt in your body. And eventually, when you let yourself just rest, there's no pressure on your body anywhere. You have taken all weight off of your body. And it's also a sensory deprivation thing. So there's no light.
Mm-hmm.
You can take all sound out if you want, but they do play like really nice music in there. Um, I loved it. We did it for an hour and it felt like 10 minutes to me. Once I got to relax, it feels like your legs, you don't notice the rest of your body anymore, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It feels not that it feels
Like,
numb or not connected to you, but you stop thinking about it because it's not hurting. There's no sensation to it. It's just you feel
floating.
weightless.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I think I will do it again for sure. They have subscriptions, which I didn't do, but I will think about doing. And then also nurses float free on the 11th of every month, which is a really nice thing. And I think if
Float
there's
free?
any, yeah, I think if there's a job, occupation that somebody could float and take some weight off of their brain and body, nurses are it. I think they do first responders, police officers, a
Teachers?
number of, I think they may do
Mm.
teachers. I'll find out. But I loved it. Megan, I think, is getting to the point where she's sold on it, but it was great.
Okay. So
I
can
thought
I
it was
tell you
really cool.
something? I tried that like a lot of people are not sold on, but I've bought into. I went to a medium
Okay.
with my friends.
I
So
love mediums.
I think it's the coolest thing. I was I was not a believer the first time I went. This we went to the Jersey Shore medium. Her name's
Hmm.
Linda, and she does like like dinner readings. So you buy a ticket. The first time I went, it was for a benefit for a dog shelter, an animal shelter, and you get dinner. And she walks around the room and does readings.
Hmm.
So this time I was like, yeah, I would go to her again. It was I bought in the first time just by the like emotions of the people who she was reading. She walked up to this table next to us and looks at these women and goes, who's the guy with the prosthetic leg? And they were like, oh my God. And it was a mom and two daughters, and the father slash husband had passed away.
Oh.
And it was him. But I'm like, how would she know that like those women had a tie to a prosthetic leg?
I
Like,
know. I know. And there's a part of me that is like, if this isn't real, right? If there is something, and I buy into it because who am I to say that somebody doesn't have this other sense that I don't know. But
right.
there is a part of it that is like, even if it's not super real, they got what they needed that
Yes.
night, right? So these people are going there for just to feel that
Hmm.
person again and think about them in like this loving way and that they're still here in some sort of sense. And I think that that is worth every part of it maybe not being true, even if it's not true. But
Yeah.
how would she know that, right?
Right.
Has she
Yeah.
Instagram like checked every person who was coming to the dinner?
Not a
That
chance.
can't be possible. Not Linda,
No. No, no, no.
not the Jersey Shore medium.
And it's
I
just
was
like,
obsessed with the Long Island medium.
well,
I loved that show.
it's just like that. I feel like that's why people were like, no, I don't buy it, because like it was televised, and I don't know, but I loved it too. Me and mom used to watch that together sometimes,
Don't you
but
tell
like
me Teresa was not real.
I just she talks through the process and how she hears these things, and like when it's she says it started when she was 8 years old, and her grandmother helped her learn how to turn it off and
Mhm.
on because she just hears it all day. So like she started this session by saying, "Does the song Halo by Rihanna ring a bell to anyone in this room? Because it's been
This has
with
been
me
playing all day.
all day long. That song has come up, and nobody was really like, yeah, me, because you have songs that you tie to
Sure.
certain
Yeah.
people, and um
Yours, if I was getting a reading and somebody was like, does the song just repeating the one part of I've got a pocket, I've got a pocket from Easy A. After we saw that movie, you said that. That was your
I ain't gotta
verbal
I gotta
stimulation for weeks. I got a pocket.
Wow, I really resonated with Olive in that movie. That's such a good movie.
I would feel so bad for a medium if one of us
Oh my
went to the
god.
other side, how we were trying to connect with each other, speaking in dog voice.
Yeah. Well, me and mom were joking about how Aunt Margaret would come through to us and she would say
Uh,
the most inappropriate thing.
yeah, yeah.
And we'd be like, "Yeah, that's ours. She's
Honey,
ours."
grab the sweet and low. Just
Yeah. Put that in your
pour it in your
purse.
purse. Put that in your purse. Did anybody steal the sweet and low off of a table here?
Yeah. Anyway, so this woman finally was like, well, like she was like, does anyone have a tattoo of someone with a halo? Like what? And this girl was like, could it be my dog? And she was like, yeah, your dog could come
No.
through. And so like there's like one person or being that will come through, and then like others will come through with them. So
Sure,
there's
they
like
open
one
the
kind of
door.
portal. Yeah.
Hmm.
And so her dog was the first one to come through, but then it was her grandparents or her grandmother's, and Linda will be like, "I'm tasting the best meatballs that I've ever had in my life." And they're like, "Oh yeah, she made meatballs," or "She was a baker, like that's the vanilla cake." Um and she'll be like,
That's
"What's
so sweet.
what's on the 12th?" And they're like, "Oh, it's her birthday or it's my birthday or whatever." So the numbers come through to her, tastes, smells, things like that. Yeah, and I feel like everybody in the room for that session was very like comforted by what they
Mhm.
heard. It was all like uplifting, like they're with you. Um it's always like what's with the pocket watch? And
Mhm.
and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, they gave me a pocket watch." And she's like, "Okay, just you don't have to wear it, but like sit with it when you're watching TV, hold it in your hand. They want you to
Mhm.
wear it or something like that."
Aw.
So it is nice, I think.
Go there who really want to hear from somebody and they don't get the
Yes.
person that comes through. I think the only upside to that is they can kind of probably do a personal reading after that, book one after that. But I
Yeah.
think it's comforting for everybody to know that, to think, there's a way to reconnect.
Yeah. And she says too at the end that if you're not getting she talks about signs that you might see, like,
Mhm.
in life. And if you're not getting a lot of signs and you used to, like, she's like, that's something people say to me all the time. Like, I used to, see so many dimes and pennies, and now I
Mhm.
don't get them anymore. And she says that's them getting more and more comfortable on the other side, and that they
Yeah.
don't.
Mom and I went one time, like 10 years ago, maybe
Hmm.
even 12 years ago. Miles was not born. And I'm sure, she wished that my mom or grandmom came through. Um,
Hmm.
but in my head afterwards, I thought about it, and grandmom probably was like, no, you go
Yes.
ahead. She was pushing everybody else ahead of her, just like, no, I'll make it happen on my own. You go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
But eventually at the end, she did say to mom, just so you know, if you see deer with babies, that's likely your mom just showing you that she's still taking care of everyone.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. So mom was like, I never really see deer with babies, but remember I should sent you a picture or like a video three
Yep.
weeks ago of the deer coming up with she watched their street so her babies could cross the street.
Cute.
But in my head, grandmom's like, absolutely not. You go.
Yeah. Go
Go
ahead.
talk to them. Yeah, go ahead of me. Yeah.
I'll sip my coffee. I'm fine.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I guaranteed. So can we just reconnect about the Olympics real quick? We
Oh
talked
yeah.
about Lindsey Vonn pushing through, and now she's like 4 surgeries in.
I know.
But I just saw a report that said she is planning to come back. She said she is
Oh
not
my god.
done.
I saw her one post about her surgery, and I was like, because I know that last week, and I feel bad because we recorded this before she came out, and then I feel
Yeah.
like we released it right after her crash in the like actual event. But like I saw that picture, and I'm like, we were saying she's never going to regret it. Like, that's the Olympics, whatever. But I'm like she might regret this. Like, is she going to be able to ski again
I
after
don't
that?
think she will regret making a decision where she was like, I'm gonna push through this. This is the
Yeah.
Olympics. And obviously shattering your leg is horrible, but she has also put out a statement that says, I'm planning to come back. I
Yeah.
think she said, what is her sport? I know it's
Uh,
skiing.
it's it's the downhill. It's the like fast through the flags one.
Oh, so the alpine skiing.
Okay, sure.
Is that it? Yeah, like through
I,
the,
I
yeah,
think so.
okay. I think that's alpine skiing. We'll go
Yeah.
with that.
We
Yeah,
we could be announcing the Olympics at this point with all of our knowledge.
like best in show. Remember?
I wanted to start like writing down the things that they were saying during like the curling, and um I think it was during figure skating where I watched when I think it was Japan trying to beat the US, and they were like, it's going to be as close as a kitten's whisker.
What?
I'm like, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but we
I
we
wish
won
there
the
was
gold
more
there.
bloopers. Nothing makes me laugh harder than news bloopers.
I love when there's sports fake lip readings
Yeah.
where it'll just be like a football player clearly just making noise or talking on the field, and it'll be like, "Oh, I really need a hot chocolate." Like, that's clearly not what they're saying. I think those are hysterical.
I have a friend who sends me bloopers of like news reporters and they can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of being in high school and not being able to stop laughing in class.
Oh my
I had
god.
a friend a classmate. I haven't talked to her since high school and I really wonder where she is at this point because I used to look over and she would take scotch tape and tape up her nose, her eyebrows, and she would just look over like,
And after that, scotch tape was not allowed in schools.
no, never again. ever again. She also used to take orders before class of who wanted. So we had like a little concession in our high school where you could buy
Okay.
a pen, a compass notebook if you needed it, if you
Oh,
forgot that
yeah, the
stuff.
school store.
Yeah, and then there was also, and you could buy a sweatshirt. You could go
Uh-huh.
down there and buy a sweatshirt, but she also they also had candy and snacks. So like
Okay.
Airheads, gum, combos were a big choice back then. She would take orders, and we went to we wore uniforms at school and we wore jumpers. She would go to the bathroom, asked to go to the bathroom, come back, and she would have stuffed everything in her jumper, and she had like a band of
Oh my god,
snacks, and she
like the
would
guy
toss
with
an
like
Airhead.
the trench coat pulling it open with
Yeah,
like
she would toss an Airhead across the room. Who ordered combos?
Oh my god. I
She was in
love that.
trouble all the time.
Well, we love her. She's probably a CEO. Let's be honest.
Probably 100%. She is ruling the world right now somewhere. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to look her up. I'll get back to you.
Okay. All right, good.
I mean, when I worked in the ER, the only way that you had like some relief was laughing with your coworkers, and it's always at the most inappropriate times. I mean, obviously not
I
when like somebody's super sick or like
yeah.
whatever, but yeah,
When you're like, hearing from admin or something.
yeah,
I just
across at each other at a meeting. Hmm.
yeah. I just told this to two of my like best friend coworkers. I saw a psychologist. Okay, Rev, thank
It's
you.
about time.
I, s- I saw a psychologist talking on a podcast,
Okay.
and she was talking about how much your productivity increases if you can identify having one good friend at work. And that
Mhm.
if you have at least three good friends at work, your productivity is like 90% higher.
I feel like mine would be 90% lower.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
agree.
focus.
I think that this is in the corporate world, this might make sense, but in
Oh,
healthcare and education, probably
no,
not.
no. I worked with Sharisa, who is one of my besties from we met at work and has now a lifelong family member.
Yeah.
She worked on another floor, so that was good. We were separated. So
Hmm.
we would be able to like meet me at Dunkin', we'll go grab a coffee. We had a Dunkin' inside the hospital. So we would do things like that. But if we had worked together, I don't think one of us would have gotten fired, probably.
I don't know.
It would be like, guys, you can't like you both can't start an IV together every time. You can't go do everything together.
Yep. That's been a trend on TikTok too of like me and my work bestie making every job a two-person job.
Yeah. We would have never separated.
Yeah, I know.
Um, so not to cut you off, but I was just thinking today's Valentine's Day.
I know.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Well, we did Galentine's Day last night.
Yeah.
We went
Yeah.
to a concert, celebrated women,
We spent
sisterhood.
our Galentine's Day with our good friend Brandi
Mhm.
Carlile.
Yes,
No
and
better way.
tens of thousands of her closest friends who
Hmm.
she kept telling she loved,
The
which was so
Bramley.
cute. Yeah, the Bramley. Um, what would be your ideal? It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day date. It could just be a first date too. But we could do both.
Yeah, not a first date because first dates are crap. Um,
You sound very optimistic about dating. First
yes,
dates are crap.
it's going really well. Um, well, I'll be honest, I have not been on a Valentine's Day date in a long time. I like just a dinner and a movie.
Mhm.
I like a easy peasy, no big plans. Um, even if it's at home, like just
Yeah.
like a cozy movie and dinner.
So
um, Go
yeah,
ahead.
Megan and I don't necessarily celebrate Valentine's Day. I mean, we get each other cards and we say Happy Valentine's Day. And this year we did do the float date, the float spa, which was really fun. That was something we treated each other to go relax and rest and see how that feels. And then we went to the concert. But in general, we don't. It's not a common
Not a favorite
holiday.
holiday for you?
No, but on our anniversary of when, like, of our first date, we
Mhm.
do the same date. We've done the same date every year. So it's a pizza place here in New Jersey, in Asbury. And then we get our photos taken in the photo booth in the Asbury Hotel. So we
Mhm.
have photos from every single year from that
Yeah.
time. So that's probably our biggest traditional date that we do. We go,
Yeah.
we sit at the bar at the same restaurant every single year and we get the pictures taken, which I
Beautiful.
love.
Yeah. I mean, I love Valentine's Day. I think that any reason to be with people you love and tell people you love them is a great, great thing. And it doesn't have to be romantic. If that's not, happening for you at that moment, then that's fine. I don't think I'll ever be like a I need flowers and chocolates on Valentine's Day kind of person.
No,
And like presents, definitely not.
I
But
don't
like
need
just
anything.
yeah, just like spending time with people is great and feeling loved. So, I mean, my Valentine's Day is going to be spent with our two nephews,
Hmm.
and I'm all for that.
The cutest two nephews.
we're gonna order takeout, I think,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just be bros for the night.
My Valentine's Day is going to be spent with Megan and Miles, but also Miles' siblings. So not
Mhm.
my children, but Miles, I'm divorced. Miles has two families and he has
You
two siblings
are?
on the other side. Miles, his siblings are coming over here today to hang out for the day. So all three of them will be here
I'm
playing.
jealous. They're the
I
cutest.
know. Two, three, no, she's 1.5, 3, and then Miles is 10. So it'll be a full house with a puppy and a cranky old man dog. But
Raph
it'll be
just
fun.
barked when
That's
you
how we're
said that
spending the
about
day.
Gus. He can't even hear you because you're in my headphones, but he knows that you're talking bad about
Uh-huh.
Gus, and that's his
Mhm.
bro.
He is so cranky.
He
He's so mad that we got a puppy. He is like, this is
You guys were
absolute
like,
horse shit.
Gus needs this. He needs a friend. And I was like, I don't think he does. I don't think he wants this, nor does he need it.
Mm-mm.
And here you are, a few months later with
These
Itchy.
dogs are spoiled rotten. They have heated blankets in their beds
Hmm.
that they curl up on. Both of them want to be in bed with us, which would be
Yeah.
fine. I think we need a king size bed if that is going to be the case because now Iggy gets in between us and pushes me out with her paws as far as she can.
Yeah.
Stiff arm.
Remember when you used to not let Gus sleep in your bed?
Yeah, he doesn't really, he starts in the bed sometimes and then he's like, I gotta retire to my own bed.
Rav will growl at me if I move in my sleep. He'll turn around like, and then he'll get up and leave sometimes. But I
I
mean,
was,
I have two dog beds, my bed, the
uh-huh.
couch, anywhere is cozy for him.
Sleep is tough. And if my, like, my sleep, if it gets ruined, my day is, the next day is not great. Sleep
Well,
is the
good
one
luck
thing that
today
I,
because we were up late.
but I was there. I have talked to people who have gotten sleep divorced. So they just sleep in different beds now.
Yeah, some people do that.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think if it's like one of these things that you have a certain routine that is just,
I just saw somebody talking about this on like a talk show. How like she's like, I'll get married, but I want separate houses.
yeah, I knew somebody who did that. They both had already owned their own house and were both really happy dating how they were and spending time at each other's houses. And, they both kind of are
Word.
protecting the neighborhood.
They're just
It's
doing their
enough.
they're doing God's work.
We need offices for this podcast. This podcast that only mom listens to.
Yeah.
We need we need an office building. Okay. It's okay. We're protected. The hair on the back, the both of them standing straight up.
They're very
Um
serious about it.
yeah, so they lived in separate houses and they were happy. I don't think that's a bad thing.
No? I mean, people I'm sure will look at it and be like, "That's crazy." Like that's that's not normal, whatever, but like what is normal? Who cares?
Nobody cares. I think that there's people like people who travel for work or even actors, musicians, they're on the road for how long sometimes?
Yeah,
3, 4 months? That's basically not living together.
right.
So the amount of this it's the same idea. Sometimes you just want to come home after work, pick your nose.
I mean, I do feel like financially it doesn't totally make sense,
Yeah, if
but
you can afford it, that, yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's where I am like, I gotta
That's why
find
everybody
somebody.
gets married.
I
Yeah.
gotta find somebody to split
Yeah.
the bills with.
Double income household. Yeah.
What
That's
is
why
it?
everybody's getting married.
Dual income,
Dual income. Yeah.
no kid, no children. Dinks. That's what I'm looking for. That's what they're called.
Dual income, no kids. You have 15
Dinks.
nieces and nephews that you
Yeah. They're, and I already have a son.
correct. Ravi.
There he is behind me. Little puppy Rev. Yeah. No, I think however your relationships make sense, you just embrace it. And if it
Mhm.
makes sense to you to celebrate Valentine's Day, then you do it however you want. And if it doesn't, then you can lay in your own bed and not see the world. Who
Yeah, I
cares?
mean, you obviously can't have kids if you're living in two separate households. That doesn't make sense. There's a certain routine and schedule that you have to stick to sometimes when you have kids. It's like you're coming in the house as I'm leaving, and that's unless you're paying for childcare, which is another full expense. But
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't always make sense. I have a very amicable co-parenting relationship, and we make it
Yeah.
work for both households.
I feel like we need to have a whole episode talking about your success with co-parenting
Yeah,
post-divorce because I feel
yeah,
like I tell people about it and they're like, "What do you mean your ex-sister-in-law is coming on vacation with your family with her kid?"
yeah. Yeah, it's Miles' parents, and
Yeah,
it's important that he knows that
we're all a
everybody's
family.
part of the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that being said, we can have a whole episode about this. And we can actually have all four moms on at some point if you
Oh
want, and we
yeah.
can talk about it, how it works. But there are four of us, and we have to make it work, and it takes a lot, but it's been good. So, yeah, Sharon, who is my ex, actually texted me probably 5 days ago and was like, thanks for always just being open to him spending time wherever. And she said she had been having conversations with people who were talking about how horrible their co-parenting relationships were. And she just had this realization and like a sigh of relief that he's not going to experience that pushback from
Right.
anybody. It's just
It's not tumultuous with you guys in any
because,
way.
again, it's not about us. It's
But
just
you
about
guys have
him.
put in the work. You've put in work
It
for
hasn't,
to
yeah,
get to that
yeah, yeah.
point.
Yeah, we can have a whole episode about that. We can talk about that next episode. Just do a little um part
Don't
of it.
tell people that we don't already have a plan for our next
We have
episode.
a full schedule of
We
52
we
episodes.
read a script every week. What's
We decided
line? What's
15
my next
minutes
line?
before this was happening that we were going to sit down here and do this. I have pajama pants on.
I also have pajama pants on, and I this morning was like, I really need to do laundry today because I'm almost out of sweatpants.
I have a question for the week.
Okay.
And we can end on this question if you want. If there was, so Brandi Carlile was always at the top of my list for concerts, but if there was somebody who you haven't seen,
Hmm.
who you could see dead or alive, who would you want to see in concert?
Okay, well, I will start by saying I love Brandy so much. But the best concert I've ever seen was the Eras tour, and I don't know how I will beat that. Like I love Taylor Swift, but like, it was so impressive.
That production.
It
Yeah.
was so impressive
Mhm.
from start to finish. So if I could see that again, I would. I think dead or alive, I would love to see Queen
Me too.
in their
Top of my
prime.
list. Top of my list. Carried around that microphone in his
Yeah,
white tank top. I've always said if I could come back as somebody, I would want to come back as him. Whatever it is that he had, it just
a
lit up.
zest, a
Oh
zest for
man.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Queen would be like the one to
top of
see
the
live.
tops. Yeah. In their prime, Fleetwood Mac, I think would be
Yeah,
at the top of my list. I bet that show is just, but my
mesmerizing.
ultimate, who I've loved my entire life, is Whitney Houston. I love her. I would see her. That would probably be my number one, is
Yeah.
to see her in concert.
I mean, my first concert was Britney Spears.
Hmm. My first
Um,
concert was Genesis and U2 together with Dad. I don't remember much of it, but it's a cool
yeah,
story.
yeah.
But my first concert that I picked was Paula Abdul with the New Kids on the Block together. Opposites attract and the New Kids on the Block. And it was awesome. Dad said it's the loudest concert he's ever been to because of all the girls screaming.
Oh my God, that's funny. Dad loves a concert. He used
Hmm.
to love a concert.
Yeah, our cousins who are older than us, Colleen talks about that he took her to see the Beach Boys. I mean, how cool.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the Monkeys, right? They went to see
Yeah.
too.
Oh, he loved the Monkees. That was like a always on in our house. But
Yeah.
Dad loves music. He loves it. There's always music playing in our house.
He had the full like 4 disc DVD set of the Live Aid concert.
Live Aid was
And
always playing in our house.
he would sit and watch the
The
however
Radio
many
Gaga part.
hour. Oh my God.
How
Yeah,
many times have we watched that? Yeah.
I know.
I would have loved to be at that concert.
I
I don't
I
know though. I
love
think about going to festivals like that now and I'm like, I don't have it
a
in me. I can't be
nightmare.
around that many people.
No, but I feel like at that time it wasn't a safety concern. Like it was just
Yeah,
what you
people are
don't
just off their
know, you don't
rocker
know.
anymore. Yeah. They're just
Yeah.
getting drunk and making poor decisions and everything is so intense right now and we're exposed to all this fear and trauma right now that people are
Yeah.
just like exploding and it doesn't feel but being in a room of Brandi Carlile fans made me feel very okay.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this once before, and I feel like that's how it was at the Eras concert too, because
Mhm.
it was all women and gay men.
Mhm.
And
And kids
what is
at the
like a
Eras tour.
yes,
Yeah.
like little girls, everybody
Mhm.
dressed up. It was the most amazing thing to
Yeah.
see. And they had it just like so well planned out. I went to Lincoln Financial Field, which is the Eagles football stadium,
Mhm.
and they switched a bunch of the men's bathrooms to women's like because
Mhm.
they knew who their crowd was.
We've
But
sat in the
yeah.
seats that we sat in last night twice at this point, and it has been so enjoyable.
Yeah, if you go to
Just
Madison Square Garden, sit on the bridge.
the bridge. And we had, so there's only so many sections that are connected to one little area on the bridge. So you
Yeah,
go out and there's only like 50 people per the bathroom.
right. The bathroom's never crowded.
Never
There's
crowded.
another bar right there,
There's a bar and a concessions and
which
the
we
in
didn't
and
touch
out.
at all. We all four of us
No,
were like, let's
all
get
four
a
of us are
Pepsi. Let's get a
not
soda.
drinking. Yeah. We just went there to enjoy the
Yeah.
music, which we totally did. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was so enjoyable. I would see a concert from that spot every time. The worst part about it is getting there.
Yeah, but honestly, it
From
wasn't
here to
bad.
Madison Square Garden is 28 miles. Was
Mhm.
that what it was? Or 35 miles? And it took us an hour and 45 minutes.
I think it was 26 miles from my apartment.
Yeah.
And
So probably 38 from here.
yeah, it took us almost 2 hours to get to our parking. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so
Getting
many ways.
home was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to get into New York City for us, but it just was the best option for.
Yeah. With four of us, it was cheaper for us to take, and it's winter. So in the summer, taking the ferry is beautiful and
I
fun.
love taking
And
the
we've done
ferry.
that before. Yeah. So taking the ferry is great. But that's more for a day trip. It's hard to hop on it ends at some point, so you can't take it home.
Yeah.
And I think
Well,
the last one is like 10.
yeah, I think it's 10 o'clock, and I have felt a little sketchy waiting at the ferry
The
pier.
dock. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dark, it's not
Waiting for that last ferry. So
yeah, and then taking an Uber home from New York City is like especially with 4
my
people,
worst
one
nightmare.
person's in the front just sitting with a stranger.
I will sit in the front because nothing makes me more car sick than an Uber driver. Be
Remember
banana
af
breath all
yeah.
over again.
After a wedding that we went to, we took an Uber home and you had
Oh
had
my
a
God.
few drinks and you were like, this feels like a spaceship.
I felt like I was in the beginning of Star Wars where the stars are like
He had
flashing past you.
he had like neon lights in his car.
I just felt like this is where it ends for me. I am shooting into outer space. I'm never coming back.
That wedding, we got pork roll, egg, and cheese on the way out, though.
Oh my God, that was so fun.
Life saving. It was so fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Whitney Houston would be my tops, but I do remember Dad thought it was important that the entire family saw Bruce Springsteen together, and we all
Yeah.
went and saw The Boss.
Yeah,
That's a concert
that
I'll
was
never
incredible
forget.
too.
There's no, I mean, he's a rock star.
Mhm.
He also has it, whatever it is. I
He
haven't
broke
watched his
his
movie yet.
he broke his record that night for the longest concert ever on US soil. I don't know if he's broken it since then, but
Yeah, he
um
plays for 3 to 4 hours, and there was
it,
fireworks at the end of it. It was incredible.
it was over 4 hours that night, I
Yeah,
remember.
I feel very. Oh God.
I want to watch his movie, but I have not heard good things. And I love Jeremy Allen White too, but I've heard it's very really boring.
Well, I think the expectation is that it's like a rock show, and it's
Yeah.
not. It's
No,
his
it's
journey to making an album.
right.
So, which I think if you have that expectation going in, it's not horrible. I feel very lucky to have seen Elton John and Billy Joel together at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that's
That was an
incredible.
incredible concert. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's
big time.
interesting when you go see people that you're not really into their music, but are just so good at what they do, and you're like, oh, this was awesome.
Yeah, like even I mean, like Dave Matthews Band puts on a great concert, and
Every
it's
time.
like everybody's like the smell in the air is like, that
Skunky.
everybody's having fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like there's different concert cultures for different bands,
Mhm.
and they draw a certain
Proud.
type of
Yeah.
people. And but I there's been very few concerts that I've been to that I have not utterly enjoyed.
Enjoyed yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to Alanis Morissette not too long ago, and I was I was 16 when Jagged Little Pill came out, like in my angsty prime. So
I know
seeing
all those.
her, yeah,
Yeah,
seeing her was like a dream. It was like my 16-year-old self was so happy. And the beginning of her concert, she played all of this, like all of the news reports and clippings of her becoming famous. And it
uh-huh.
was like, oh,
I
just
feel
made me
like
feel really
I
nostalgic.
know all of that music from listening to you listen to it, like,
Hmm.
when I was little, and that same with Dave Matthews Band, like, that was Jimmy's,
Jimmy. Yeah.
like,
Yeah. It was
that was
that,
it.
Nirvana, Pearl Jam. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
and I went from that to, like, Britney Spears for me and Spice Girls.
yeah, I love me some Britney Spears.
Who doesn't? She's an icon.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, I have to get ready for toddlers coming over.
Yeah.
I have to
I
stretch.
I have to take a nap.
Yeah, I have to have another cup of coffee and stretch before they come over. And I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh. All right, bring me some tomorrow to Mom's.
I will say that this podcast has made me feel so good because it makes me pay attention more. I'm paying attention to things in life, just in
Mhm.
general, so I can have things to bring to the table. I'm reading more, I'm listening to people more, I'm checking in with myself more, and I'm just thinking about memories. And I don't know, it's been a good exercise in just
Stepping
remembering
back.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel good. And it's not a hard thing to show up for. I mean, our schedules are hard, but I would do this every single morning if our schedules worked for it.
Yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
it.
we're both like, I could be ready. I just need to make myself look kind of
Yeah.
presentable.
Yeah, I just need to like slap my hair back a little bit, but yeah, I don't care who listens. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So, but
Yeah, I mean, I am getting a little tired of hearing my own voice, I'll be honest
yeah, we're
about
going to have
that.
guests soon. I think our plan is we're going to have some guests soon, and I think Megan's going to be our first guest, and we're going to talk spring cleaning. So,
Yeah, I could use some help in that.
She is the
Area.
ultimate organizer. So if you're listening, tune in because the ultimate organizer is
Rav
coming to you
agrees.
and she is going to give you all the tips and tricks. I have never lived in such an organized house.
Yeah, I need her to come to my apartment and I leave. And she
Yes, she
just
will be
do
in
it.
for that.
Yeah.
Alicia wants you to come to her apartment and she's going to leave and you're going to organize. Yeah.
She could throw stuff out and I won't even notice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
won't notice it's gone.
Well, we would come together because I'm a real good deep cleaner and she can organize. So what I do is I pull everything out of the area, she organizes it, I deep clean that area, and then she puts it all back in.
Well, and as we've discussed, I'm a really good dilly-dallyer. I'm really, really good at relaxing.
Maybe we
And
can
so
video some like small parts of getting organized and we'll send them and we'll.
we can start with under my bed because
Okay.
it's tough to get under there. And there's stuff that I haven't touched in years. And
Yeah.
it's
She'll give you all the options that you're like, oh, this makes it a lot easier to get to this stuff. Yeah.
mhm.
The
Okay.
problem is keeping it that way.
Well, my problem is that I'm so busy and in and out of my apartment
Hmm.
so much that I just like my priorities are like do the dishes, clean out the fridge, take out the trash because I'm going to mom and dad's for the weekend,
Hmm.
and then like nothing else
Yeah, that's not a
happens.
problem though. I mean, you're making time for family, making time for your doctorate. It is what it is. So we'll come do a deep clean in an organization and you'll come back to, we'll do it like a TV show, reality show. So,
All right.
all right, go enjoy
Awesome.
your Valentine's Day. And I
Yeah.
will see you tomorrow.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So until next week, whether we're here, away, or somewhere in between, we'll meet you under the W. Bye.
Bye.